can't wow, words are difficult. Platforms. Hello again, skunkmunkee here, and today in Igniter episode 17, what are we doing? Well, I need to get this tower further up, but we also need to be working on other projects. Yes, other projects, which include this circle right here. Yes, this circle is the beginning of our grand entrance? I don't even know. So, right there, that's a celebration of 1 million views on YouTube with from Ignitors, thank you very much. And it has a temporary spot for my portal. But I'm going to have the portal in here so that whenever you come in, this is where you're going to exit. But we need to get this thing built up first. And this is going to be a dome, and it's going to go have a tower above it, and things are going to die, and things are going to happen. So first off, we need to get this dome built. So let's just do that. I have completed the skeletal structure of the entry dome, and I like it. It's going to be pretty cool. So the idea is that all of these areas are going to be glass. So as soon as you pop out, you can look out and see the bottoms of the towers. That part is not... Actually, you know what? That part's going to be glass too. Yep. No, it's not. No. I've got it all planned out. I forgot my plan. So above this is where the dropper is going to be, and it's going to be burning everything. This area in between that ring and that ring is going to be where the storage is, so that you can go up there and you can get all the different things that come from the dropper. So now we just need to put the glass in, and then we're going to put in a ceiling at that level, and then we can start on the top, and it's going to be gorgeous. The lower section of the entry dome is in, and I love it. I love it. As soon as you start walking, you can see the towers just, well, towering up into the sky, and it's awesome. And the ceiling is all nice and white quartzy. I use slabs because, well, it's more efficient. That way you use half as many blocks. But I did have to add some lights. So now we just need to put in this area right here, which is just going to be our white concrete as normal. And then this top layer will be done, and we could do the tower going up and the collection system and all that good stuff. The dome is done, and as you can see, we've got a nice purplish stripe going up the side. Our nice amethyst blocks all filled in here, and if we check out inside, we got plenty of room in here. I don't want a ton of room because I'm not going to get I can get a ton of drops, but I don't really need a ton of drops. I just want enough to get by. You know, a few chests of, gunpowder and rotten flesh, and I don't really need arrows. But anyway, the next part of this, well, unfortunately, is going to be the actual, well, there's going to be a little bit of a dropper, and that's going to go into this area right above us right here, and that's going to be the burn unit, and then above it is going to be the spawn platforms. But for those, I don't want to build like a gigantic disc above the top that's going to be causing shadow to rain on this entire area, which you need if you want them to spawn. So we're gonna have to get tinted glass, and I have absolutely like 0 amethyst shards. So we're gonna need to start farming those, and it's gonna take some time, unfortunately. We do have a geode in our area right down here, and I really do need to make a better way to get down into the cave, because this is not the best method, but this is where I go every single time. We go down here, this is where I go if I want cobblestone, and this is where I go if I want deep slate. And as you can see, I've been mining it out. But right here, we have our geode that I have never actually cracked open. There we go. And let's get a little bit of light in here. We don't want any spawns. And as you can see, I haven't touched any of these things. So, yeah, we're going to need a whole bunch. Wow, we got 12 already. That's not nearly enough, though, because this thing is going to take a ton of tinted glass. So I'm going to mine these up. Then we're going to get working on the iron farm tower. And we're going to have to keep dropping back in here every once in a while, collecting these and opening it. We got to open it up so we can have even more spawning on the blocks here. So I'm going to do that, and we'll get working on the tower. Before we get back to that build, look at this. 2 lights. 2 lights. Now we just have 1 to go. Come on. Fill up. You can... Not you. Not you. Fill up. But I am here for this because it really does need to be... Oh, I love doing that. Oh, it's a great feeling. This is as much glass as I had and I'm only able to get to this spot. It's eating up so much resources, but it's looking really epic. If we fly back over here, yeah, that is really, really cool as it continues upward. And pretty soon we'll be able to start being solid again. But I guess it is time to start working on this because I don't feel like going and getting more glass, and any glass that I have, I would like to put into this spot. So we've got a bit of tinted glass. I've been getting amethyst shards every once in a while. So we need to get this going. First step is to get the killing chamber set up, which is going to go right above here. That was a bad landing. It's going to go right above here. There we go. And that's where all the mobs are going to get pushed and die and burn, and it's going to be great and glorious. As the moon rises, we have now completed the funneling into the killing chamber of the mob farm. If you guys didn't know, because I didn't know this, soul campfires do more damage than regular campfires. I don't know why. But as you can see, I have continued the pattern, I guess you would call it, of the amethyst blocks coming up and the deep slate tile blocks coming up. And those are going to continue all the way up because they're pretty. And then on the outside, we've got our tinted glass that I can't land on for some reason. And there we go. So, yeah, this is going to go really high. And then we're going to have our spawn platforms in between. So I'm going to start going upwards with this and then start in on the spawn clamp forms. Clamp forms? Wow, words are difficult. Platforms. Yeah, platforms. This is as high as I could get with the tinted glass that I have. I've run out of glass for there and here, so this is as much as we're getting done. It is now time to put in the spawn platforms, so let's get started with that. Getting started on the spawn platforms here, and if you guys didn't realize what's going on down there, this area is made so that the water sits here and doesn't become source out here. If this was solid block, that would become a source, and that would be bad. So if you put them up by themselves, they fall down, and these blocks right here are 8 blocks away from here, so we don't have to use signs or anything here. It just flows right into the middle. And then let's see if we can fly up here. There we go. So then these platforms are built so that a single water bucket in the middle, there we go, will push out to the outside. And then if we go to the middle ourselves, yep, this is where I've been, this is where I climb up. So right here is going to be an observer, which is going to see what happens above it. And then right below that, we get a dispenser. And that dispenser is going to get a water bucket in it, like so. And when the water bucket above it triggers, it will make this observer trigger, which will cause this thing, what is this? Dispenser to trigger. And it will keep pumping and pumping and pumping. And we'll go back and forth between water and no water. Because they won't spawn on water. But they will spawn when there's no water. So no water. Oh, look at that. I just saw the iron golem drop. The water will push them off to the side. Then it'll retract. And it'll wait, you know, like 15 seconds. And then push them off to the side. And then retract. And that's going to be going on all of the platforms that we build. So now I just need to put all of these in. And yeah, we'll get there soon. We now have spawning platforms as high as the tower is. So right up here to the top. So what we're going to do is, until we get this thing built taller, we're going to put in a temporary, you know, clock right here that's going to continually, you know, make this thing, you know, the whole bucket thing. It's gonna set it off, and then it's gonna retract it and set it off. And oh, look at that, there's 2 of them. But if we make it into a clock, it won't matter if they are out or if they're in. They're going to cycle back and forth. We do need to close this up though, so we're going to go get a temporary block to fill that in, get our clock set up, and this thing at least will start pumping out some stuff. The top is now sealed off. It should be completely dark down below. It sure does look dark. Now we just have to get the hopper clock, and the one that works the best without ever failing, because it doesn't matter whether it's loaded or unloaded, it will restart as soon as it gets reloaded, is the kissing hopper one. And I just have to remember how to build it now. I'm not sure why, I always can remember the general idea of how this clock works, but I can't ever remember how to build it. I had to look it up. It's very simple. 2 comparators into 2 blocks with redstone, 2 sticky pistons, and then the 2 hoppers facing each other. And however many blocks you put in here, it will, that's how long the timer is. So we've got like 44 in here, I think, or something. Yeah. So now it's going to do that. It's going to wait like, I don't know, 20 seconds or so. And it's going to start going the other direction. Let's go ahead and fly right over here. Got it, got it, got it. And see if we can see. All right, so the water is pushing out in those right there. Oh, there's a creeper. There are creeper feet right there. Come on now. Push them in. There we go. Oh, look at that. You know what those are right there? Those are rockets, baby. I can make my own rockets. That is awesome. Oh, it's beautiful. Burn, burn, burn. Yes, yes, yes. Go check it. Let's go check it. See if we got the stuff. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, no, duck. There we go. Come on, come on, come on. Yes! Oh, and one of those. Gunpowder! I have gunpowder! I have gunpowder! Oh, this is great. This is great. This is great. Awesome. And I shouldn't have broken that one because that one is impossible to put down. I got to do that and that. There we go. Yay! It's working! It's working! Our mob farm is working. And the tower, of course, needs to get a lot higher. But isn't that cool? I like the whole design of it. And I cannot wait till it is a huge tower as well. Oh, man, look at the... You remember the humble beginnings we had when this was just a disc with nothing on it? And now look where we are! Look at these amazing towers! Oh, this is awesome. Wow. Also, the goats have started escaping. I made it so that you can get from inside the disc into the water tower. And now they're just kind of making their way up here. But that's okay. They can wander around the base. I've got a few of them downstairs. Wow. I am so happy to have this thing working. I cannot wait to build it even higher. And yeah, that's going to do it for today's episode. If you guys enjoyed it, please leave a like, consider subscribing, turn on those notifications. You can follow me on Twitter. You can join my Discord channel. And hope to see you guys on the next Igniter SMP. Until next time.